Today we're going to play some Space Marine 2. It's a game that I've had for a while. I'm going to be playing as a Vanguard, and we're going to be doing the mission Vox Liberatis. I probably said that wrong, but here we go.
Our Vox transmissions are not reaching the astropathic relay station. The source of the
Avarax.
lies in heretic-occupied territory. Locate and destroy whatever is jamming our communications.
I always like to call these like chapel worlds because everything looks like a cathedral, but I'm not actually entirely sure what it's called. But like if you can see, it's got all these detailing and everything.
The Emperor protects.
Entering the Vox blackout.
I do like to play this game on lower settings, not because my computer can't handle it at higher setting, it's just sometimes I get lag spikes. So we're going to try this out. I'm currently playing as my Vanguard class, and with my Vanguard class, I'm a Blood Angel Death Company. It's just something I thought would look cool with this armor. As you can see, black with the red accent. So let's go. So the first part of this mission, you come into this area. It's not really like play-by-play, super like story driven. It's more about hack and slash, just trying to get skills. So first we're going to check this area that sometimes Gene Seed will spawn. This time it didn't. I'm playing on private mode, so what that means is my teammates are AI. I think these are called gaunts. Or Hormagaunts. Let's tag one. See, Hormagaunt. Yeah. Okay. They're like the fodder enemies. Those are the warriors. They're bigger. This game is really cool too because it has executions like this where you just totally like annihilate the enemies. So it's pretty cool. One of the cool attributes of the Vanguard is that he has a grapple hook, and then when you grapple to someone that's like executable, you automatically execute them, which is, I think, is pretty cool. Now that this herd is thinned out, we're gonna go check over here. There's probably, this is another Gene Seed spawn, but again, didn't spawn here, so we're gonna keep moving. So this game, typically you play as Ultramarines, which you can see like my two AI teammates are part of Thalassa Squad. Thalassa Squad was in the campaign that Titus was talking about. There's a line that... Sorry, one second. There's a line that Captain Akaran says, "Oh, I can only spare 3 men." He's talking about these 3. So in the story mode, what's cool is you can actually see them fight with you. So I'm currently using the block configuration. And what's cool about that is if you get enough consecutive blocks, you actually get like a super explosion, I guess. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's pretty cool. So, yeah. Alright, so we're in an elevator. A little bit of rest. Typically I like to kneel with the teammates. But, it's AI, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see. So it looks like over here, there's like these battles in the background. I always thought that was really cool because it just adds to the world building, and then you have these swarms here too, which just seem absolutely terrifying. I didn't know anything about this universe before I played this game, and I was just always I'm very impressed with like the enemies in this. See, I grew up like as a Halo player, and we just didn't have stuff like that. Sometimes I parry. See? Alright. You saw that explosion there. And now I'm going to get these 2 executes. I try to take executes whenever I can. Especially with Vanguard, because he doesn't have a lot of health. You see he has only 2 pieces of armor. So that's always like a struggle. And then like the Melta is like a good area of effect attack. And I just like messing around with the different weapon types in this game. But like sometimes I can get sloppy like that. And you know, when you get sloppy, you lose health, and health is really important in this game. It's really like once you start getting hit, it's really, sometimes it's hard to get back into a rhythm. I know that's my problem a lot of times on higher difficulties. Here's some stims, so that's like the only way you can get your health back. And when you lose health like that, it's just it's not fun, just to say the least. I guess obviously it's not gonna be fun, but you know, we're gonna check over here. There's another stem. There's no armory data here. Typically there is. So now we're getting to the point where we're gonna fight heretical forces. Well, I guess these are all heretics, but non-Xenos. Like, we're gonna fight some Chaos Marines. We're also gonna fight some Chaos Cultists. These are specifically the Thousand Suns faction, which I guess this part, that light always makes me think it's armory data right here. But they follow Tzeentch, which is like the god of desire, I want to say. I don't actually know. I'm new to the lore, so still trying to figure that out. We're still trying to remember everything. Oh wait, I think he's the god of excess. Anyway, another place for the gene seed will be over here, so let's check that. Okay, alright, isn't there. So let's move on to the next spot. I'm gonna make sure I'm reloaded. One thing I've been very impressed with this game and is like the level of detail with this stuff, and I know like it's probably a lot copy pasted, but the fact that it's in this game and like looks so good, it's just impressive, so impressive to me. Like just a universe with this kind of scale just seems very like interesting to me. Because I guess it takes place 40,000 years in the future. It's, you know, I have an interest in like design and stuff. I draw houses for a living, so just seeing like these different like designs and then in a game context, it's kind of cool because it makes you think about, you know, how they built it in 3D. Which doing renderings is another facet of the work I do, so it like informs my work. I guess it doesn't really inform my work, but like it shows like what I could do, and I would say like video games have been a part of. Oh shit. Okay. So this is a mini boss, a Hellbrute specifically, and he's kind of the same thing as like a Dreadnought. You just gotta keep your distance. He does a lot of damage, and he's kind of hard to kill, especially like if you're only playing with AI. Trying to keep away from him. Pop my stem. Oh, I didn't know his range was that far. We're gonna get some health, and then jumping off the edge like that, I always like to activate my attack. So I do like the, what's it called? The like, so I do like a ground slam. Okay, he teleports. Alright, he's gonna smash his hammer down. See if we can stay out of his range. Nice thing with AI is, like, you get the execution, which I think is very impressive. Although, a lot of the executions in this game against Thousand Suns is like you tearing their head out. So, it'll be interesting to see what they add in the updates. But, you know, that's the cool thing with this game. It seems like the devs really care about what's going on and stuff like that. So, as you can see here, there's like a warp gate, or like a warp portal. Not portal. It's like a warp. I'm not sure what exactly it's called. I'm just going to call it like a warp portal. But it protects the warp. Like it protects this force field. And you have to wait for it to like go down before you can destroy it. It's kind of one of those like ways to artificially like extend the game. Also, when you're playing on solo, you can take all the loot. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so we're about... I like to say this is like the halfway point. Because there's a little more to do here. So let's check my classes. I think this is the one that I'm using with the block. So I might switch to this. And I guess my configuration doesn't tell me, or my skin doesn't tell me what it is. I like the bolt pistol. It has like a little more of a kick than a Neo-Volkite pistol. But I do feel like the Neo-Volkite does a lot of damage. Oof. Look at that. Okay, I guess the sorcerer came out here. Alright, this is going to be a little difficult, so I gotta stay focused. One thing I just doing this as an experiment is like it's hard to constantly be talking. And there's definitely probably moments when I watch this over that I'm going to be like, why wasn't I saying anything? So it'll be interesting to see. This is my first time doing like a verbal voiceover. Verbal voiceover. Very funny. But yeah, it's like the first time I've done this. So hopefully whoever watches this finds it interesting. Maybe I'll do more of this in the future. Love the chainsword executions. And then these are called like rubric marines. They're filled with dust, except for the sorcerers. I'm going to steal this execution, again, from the AI, so it's not really stealing. Well, if AI takes over, I'm sorry. I don't mean that. Now I gotta hang out here and wait for those to get captured. Try to take some of these guys out. Now this pistol I upgraded with all the accuracy upgrades. I realized that a big thing that I lack in this game is with the pistol when I was using it before I upgraded it, was getting the stuff where it was really had a good like accuracy. Like I try to aim for headshots, so I keep missing, which was just a pain in the butt. As you can see, there's a little battle here too. They got 2 more Tyranid Sport, 3 of them actually that came in, and then a bunch of Tyranids coming in. Alright. That's grenades. Let's see if there's anything over here. I doubt it. I think on the earlier difficulties, like this is on, let's see, this is on average. I think on these difficulties, they don't show stuff as much. And when I say don't show stuff as much, I mean like they don't, like spawn everything. But that just might mean I don't know where I'm looking. Anyway, the set pieces again are really cool. I mean, you can see like the ultramarine tanks here. It kind of adds to the world. And then this is the next part of the mission. As you go through this cathedral, this is a flamer rubric, or he has a flame. I think what do you call that? He has a flamer. This thing's a pain in the butt that attacks specifically, so it's really hard. You got to remember to like keep your distance from him. These little floating orbs. I don't know if I mentioned it before. There's a enemy called a biovore. This is a new enemy. That that item has existed in the game, but like. The biovore spawns a lot more of them now, which is like a major pain in the butt. And it seems like the biovore is also an armored enemy. Use my stims here. This next part I'll show you after I take out this guy is I like to just skip through. See, there's more of those spores. The spores suck because like if you're getting attacked by a lot of guys, it's really hard to account for them. Let's go. Alright, I'm gonna run through this. This area kind of sucks because there's like a whole battle. I would say I should check for the gene seed, but for the sake of this, I might not. But again, you know, these missions kind of, like these parts of the missions add to the world we're in. I did always know the saying of like, you know, there's only war or whatever in the 40k universe. Which, okay, there's a Zangor with like the flying disc. Apparently the disc is like a demon. That like, if you, I don't know if it's like you're on best behavior or something, you get to become that disc. Which I think is just so like messed up. But it's, oh, yeah. Okay, there's like a little eyeball in the middle. It's just crazy, like, it's such a messed up world. Like, the desire of the people who, like, subscribe to chaos, subscribe such a weird use of a word, is, like, that they want to be turned into a disc. Like, that's, I guess if you're a lesser demon, I think that's what it was. Alright, let's see. A lot of enemies right now. Well, not a lot, on average. Excuse me. They have a lot of health, or a lot less health. Alright, we're gonna get our stuff back. This part is an elevator. You go on this elevator, and then like potentially there's a part where you have to fix it. One part to check around here is on each side of the door. That's the only place I know that like a gene seed may spawn. I do have a tendency to jump dash like that a lot. Apparently it's not much faster. Alright, frag grenades. So, again, I don't think we're going to find the gene seed this mission, unfortunately. But, so far, so good. I mean, we haven't died yet. Seems like we're killing enemies pretty easily. I mean, it seems like it's still like a fun challenge, at least, which is nice. Oh, there's a little piece of someone's body. These are cultists, and like one cool thing is you can literally sprint through them. And those people are like normal human size, and we're like 8 feet tall. The gene seed, I guess, is the thing that like makes you bigger, or like makes you a space marine, like modifies you. Again, very impressed with the lore. I really like the Thousand Sons of Blue. I think like it has some really cool historical, like it's a very pretty color. So, oh, there's a Terminator. I used to not like Terminator armor when I first got into this about 6 months ago, but I've been buying like those Joy Toy action figures. They're really cool. It's kind of like, it's not really, I guess it's not really a money pit, but like it's definitely like I'm spending more money on that than I would anything else. All right, so now we have to get back to the other side. Oof, a lot of guys. So one thing I told my friend about this game, because he was struggling with parrying, is you need to like not be all offense. You got to take your time and like make your strikes when you feel like there's opportunities to. And when you see like the yellow, you see the blue or the red signals, just like take your time responding to them. I mean, start mashing the button, but like don't like, if you do it too early with parry, depending on what setup you have, you miss. But it's like interesting is like you feel like you're obligated to just respond immediately to some of these things, and like sometimes it's just not necessary. Oh, okay, I guess no one spawned here. Yeah, we're gonna throw a grenade just because there's so many. See, I'm missing all my shots. We're gonna execute this guy. One thing that's nice is when you have the AI and it's a sniper class, because the sniper class tends to do a lot more damage than the other classes, at least in my experience. Gonna do the same thing, just head bash. I don't know. Like, it never feels like in this game that... Okay, cool. Guardian Relic. The Guardian Relic's cool because it allows you to revive yourself. It's like a self-res token if you played Call of Duty. Alright. Get some ammo. Alright, this is the final section. This section, there's like a demon host. You can see him right there. It looks like those are like the low graphic smoke, which is interesting. I've never seen it like that before. The nice thing with playing on like a lower resolution though, I play like downscaled with the LSS and low settings. It's just, it seems like everything's buttery smooth, which is very important to me. I run on like a 3070 graphics card, but it's a Dell card that I took out of a computer that died, and I don't know if like the cooler is not as good as like a different configuration, but I feel like sometimes my thermals aren't that good. One of the things he does is like shoot those orbs. Even on like the lower difficulties, if you get hit with like more than one of them, you'll die. Okay, I'm being a little foolish. I'm gonna touch this orb. Keep moving. Nice kind of thing about this area is there's a lot of spawns for health. Even on like the higher difficulty, I mean, it's not as common, obviously, because they move stuff. Gun strike. That's a cool function in this game. It's also cool, like, the bad guys will injure, like, kill themselves. Like, they'll kill each other if they hit each other with bullets and stuff. So that's another, like, layer to this game because of how, like, I guess, violent I would call this. And, like, the lore, like, and some of the lesser enemies, like, don't really care, or, like, are, like, just cannon fodder. Like, people don't care, like, they don't care if they die or live. Like, they're just, like, sent to get, like, just massacred. Alright, let's get this. I'm gonna keep moving. This is the second to last one. We got one more after this. These Anglers are really annoying. They're like not supposed to be like higher enemies, but they just always cause problems. At least in my experience. This is another Terminator with like the double swords. Yeah, I used to not think Terminator armor was this cool. I think I said that earlier. But now I'm turning towards it. It seems pretty interesting. I think all the armor is like nice because there's like a consistent like set of rules for each of them and like how they're supposed to look. Like per chapter, and then like the design. I kind of like that the design's consistent. All right, there I got an ordeal. Ordeals are cool. I just like struggle to get them because I'm not like focusing on them. This is the last part of the mission. Once I do this, the mission will be over. Well, it takes a second, but it's like the finals push for the enemy, and then you can see like those orbs keep coming. Yeah, alright. Let's kill these last few guys. Let's avoid the blast. Make it happen. Got some more enemies over there, but I don't think they're gonna come over here. Looks like we're just about to finish. Oh, and then there's these like skulls that can hurt you, but I don't know what you call them. Anyway, yeah, let's watch that final cutscene.
Yeah, the void is terrible, demon. Hope you hated that.
You destroyed only flesh, nothing more. I will stalk you all your pitiful days. Tell the wolf we are coming for all of you.
Alright, well that was the mission, Vox Liberatis. I think I said that right. Again, I'm not exactly sure how to say it. But this was my first attempt at doing like a soft-spoken video. Hopefully whoever ends up watching this likes it. If you do, you know, let me know. Comment or message me. Maybe I'll do some other games. And yeah, hopefully you like my voice.